Hey, it's Greg Milby, community storyteller for Kentucky's Heartland, and I am joined today by three distinguished people. One of those being Kenny Rambo in the upper right-hand corner there. Kenny is representing Give 270 today. And also we have in the lower corner, right underneath me, the Hardin County Schools Director of Early Childhood Education, Carlina Sharon. And last but certainly not least, the Superintendent of Hardin County Schools, Miss Teresa Morgan. So thank you guys for joining me. If I've never been able to say this in an interview, and I'm excited to say this. If you've ever wondered what beer, books, and Dolly Parton have in common, you're going to find out today. So, never been able to do an intro like that, and it's going to be a great opportunity for some kids in our community to enjoy some reading. So, Kenny, I'll let you talk about it first. I'll let you tell us a little bit about how beer, books, and Dolly Parton get together and go together. And I'm sure you're excited to be able to combine those three things together too.
Absolutely. So, Greg, appreciate you inviting us in to share a little bit of word about what we think is a really exciting announcement. But first, let's get to what beer, books, and Dolly Parton have to do with one another. So, as many folks out there know, Give 270 on an annual basis hosts a signature fundraiser called the Kentucky Craft Beer Festival. The last time we were able to have that event in person, we did so in 2019. We had about 800 of our closest friends come together for an afternoon in downtown Elizabethtown and hung out and sampled some great craft beers from around the state of Kentucky and beyond. And that event each year is a fundraiser that aims to give dollars to unmet needs in our community. And we do so by partnering with United Way of Central Kentucky. Got to give those folks a shout out because they help us. They help us each year identify some of those unmet needs in the community. And the one that was brought to our attention in 2019 was that Hardin County Schools was interested in launching the Dolly Parton Imagination Library within the district. And we are very pleased to say, because of the outstanding support of our sponsors and our attendees at the 2019 Kentucky Craft Beer Festival, Give 270 will be cutting a check for $7,000 to Hardin County Schools to get this program underway. And our other guests are going to share a little details about what that's going to look like.
All right, good stuff. So just a little backstory with me. When we lived in Indiana, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library was a part of Harrison County, Indiana. And both of my boys have had an opportunity to experience those books, and it was a joy. And I'm truly excited to see it coming to our area here. So, Miss Morgan, why did Hardin County Schools want to bring Dolly Parton's Imagination Library to the area? Why was it so important?
Well, you need to know that Dolly Parton Imagination Library is known throughout the United States. And so it is, taken that to a higher level, the need for literacy, the need to get books in the hands of young children, and just as importantly, not only getting those books in the hands, but hopefully having that student to sit in the lap of somebody who can read to that student and initiate that love of reading, the joy of reading, so that they carry that out throughout their entire lives.
And the interesting thing is, everybody thinks of Dollywood when you think Dolly Parton, outside of her musical abilities, of course. But really and truly, I think Dolly's greatest accomplishment has been the Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
Yes, I actually watched an interview with her, and she said that is her thing that she is most proud of, is that ability to give books to students and she mentioned this, in rural areas, and that delivery of that book, what kind of excitement that brings to students. So I agree with her. While I appreciate her music and her talents, I certainly appreciate that she has taken this and truly been part of that 270 experience to give back to the community in a very large way.
So, Carlina, can you tell us a little more about Dolly Parton's Imagination Library program, and tell us a little bit about who in Hardin County can sign up right now?
I sure will. So in 1995, Dolly Parton actually launched this effort, and her goal was to benefit children that were in her home county of East Tennessee. So her vision was really just to foster the love of reading for her county's preschool children and their families by providing books to their houses so they could read. When I think about it starting in 1995, which was really not that long ago, and how much it has expanded, because to think you started it for your county and now you are in all over the United States and in other countries. It's a book sharing program where families that are birth to 5 can sign up, and they will get a free book mailed to their home every month that they get to keep. So huge in her vision, I think, because, when you, as Miss Morgan had mentioned, when you have somebody that, will read those books to you, you are eliminating some of that vocabulary gap that we have children enter school with. You're fostering the love of reading. And you're working on their communication skills. You're working on your social emotional relationship with that child. So there's so much that can be done with a child on your lap reading to them. I go back to that expression that is used a lot about there's no app that can replace a parent's lap. And that is so accurate, when it comes to reading to your child. To this in July, and she updates her library or her website each month. In July, she has given over 141 million books.
Wow.
From the start of her program to July of this year, and continues to expand. So we are so excited because this has been something we wanted to do for a while. And, with the help of our community, we're going to be able to start this and hopefully expand it. We chose the way Dolly Parton's library works. You choose a zip code. So the way that you can sign up is to have the zip code that is selected. So the zip code that we chose to start out with in our community is 42776, and that is Sonora zip code. The reason that we selected that zip code is because we felt there were several reasons. One reason is because we are very fortunate to have Hardin County Public Library in our community. Yep. It's fabulous, and it does such wonderful things for all ages in the community. Sometimes people that live more in the rural areas have a harder time being able to utilize the library as much as we can, sometimes when you live very close to it. So that was the reason that we chose Sonora. We also chose Sonora because Creekside has typically been one of our schools that has had less children enter kindergarten at the state's readiness rate than what we would like. I mean, we certainly would like every one of our schools to have every child enter kindergarten, completely ready and to be successful. And just because you enter not ready does not mean you will not be successful and ready to go by the end of that kindergarten year. I certainly don't want people to think that, because we do magical stuff all the time and we do it together with families in the community. So you will be able to sign up if you live in that 42776 zip code.
Okay. And I will tell you, I was just thinking back. I remember when we were getting those books, I remember telling my wife, Jennifer, something has to be wrong because we're getting so many books. This can't be right. There has to be some kind of error. But no, it wasn't. And it was really, I remember those days of the kids getting that package, in the mailbox. It was always cool. And I can't wait for our kids in our community to be able to experience that the same way they did. So, Miss Morgan, why is support for Give 270 and the local community so important to our area students?
Well, the first thing, when you have new people right now, the Fifth Corps is moving into Hardin County, and when they see all of the community efforts that go on with 270, the United Way, they realize what a luxury community they have moved into. They take that as, this is a caring community and a place I want to raise my children. I think that's one of the important parts of this. The other part is the difference this can make. A simple gathering turns into all of these students in that zip code being able to have something to look forward to that's going to brighten their days. And when you can make just a little donation and make that difference, I can't imagine anyone not wanting to take that opportunity when they see the good that can come from that.
Yeah, I agree with you. So Kenny, back to you. What additional giving opportunities are available through Give 270 and more importantly, this program?
Sure, Greg. So as we pointed out, the Kentucky Craft Beer Festival is a signature fundraiser for the organization. We're very hopeful that we'll be back in that space to gather come 2021. So we invite folks to keep an eye out as next summer starts to arrive. Look out for the opportunity to purchase tickets. Prior to that, we have another signature fundraiser that takes place each year called the Eric and Joe Variety Show. And we have a concept coming together to provide that in a healthy way for this November or December, I'm sorry. So invite folks to look out for ticket opportunities for that event. And then through our website, give270.org, we launch a number of programs at various times. We've had the good fortune of working with Hardin County Schools on another occasion in the midst of the pandemic. So we would invite folks to connect with the website, follow us on social media to learn about new opportunities. But as it relates to this program, this is exactly what Give 270 was founded for back in 2016. We consider ourselves an organization that does venture philanthropy. So what we want to do is invest in helping to start new things that are missing within our community. So we hope this $7,000 check proves to be seed money. And while it will fund the first zip code of the Imagination Library for Hardin County Schools, we hope other organizations, other individuals that would like to support that effort will seek the opportunity to do so. And they can do that by reaching out to us at Give 270, certainly our partners at United Way of Central Kentucky, or direct to Hardin County Schools, and find out how we can kind of expand that so that hopefully when we're visiting together in the future, we're talking about the numerous zip codes here in Hardin County that are served by this program and the great outcomes that it can provide.
Good stuff. All right, Carlina, you normally don't get the final say when you're director of early childhood education because the kids always get final say, I think, right?
That'd be very true.
I'm going to give you the final say today. So now that we've grabbed the parents' attention of these young children, and I'm hoping that we have, because this is a massive thing for our community and our kids. Any information, websites that families need to check out as they get excited about this?
Sure. And I will say thank you to the 270 initiative, because that has been huge. I mean, we've wanted to bring the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library to Hardin County School, the Hardin County area, the community, for the longest time. And to make it happen is just, we cannot thank everybody enough. And I do envision that people will see that it is such an important thing for young children to be able to have books at their hands, that we will see people that want to support our early childhood in that area, because it makes such a difference. But we will be posting next week how parents will be able to sign up for the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. You'll need to have a child that is birth to age 5. We will have parents be able to sign up both by an application and electronically. So we're trying not to miss anybody. Somebody that couldn't do electronically, we want them to have a paper option to be able to do that. Because we really want every family that we can in that 42776 zip code to be able to have this experience. So we will post it on Hardin County Schools website. We will post it on the Creekside Elementary School website. We will post it on the Hardin County Schools website. I am sure our public relations director will make an announcement. He'll do a press release, which he is wonderful at. But we will certainly make sure that everybody in that 42776 zip code knows that that is available to them. And I will say, I think back about you saying that you got those books when you were younger, and not only is building a library so important and so many wonderful things that happen with that, but I can remember the experiences I had and my nieces and nephews have when they go to the mailbox and you have something for you I mean, there is nothing quite like that as a young child to know there's something mailed to you, and it's something that is just exciting because it's a book.
Yeah. And as a parent, not many times you can get your kids to go to the mailbox for you every day, but
True. I don't know if we want too many 2-year-olds going to the mailbox by themselves, but
yeah, I agree. Yeah. That's why you're in charge and I'm not. So,
And there is your preschool director.
there you go. And I am not. There you go. All right. So there's Kenny Rambo with Give 270. And again, Hardin County Schools Director of Early Childhood Education, Carlina Sharon, and Hardin County Schools Superintendent, Miss Terry Morgan. Appreciate you guys for joining us and talking about the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Exciting times in our community, and I can't wait to see where this goes.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks,
so
Greg.
much.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you all.